Bremen. It crossed over the interstate not too far from Dodge City. It came across Hanceville, came across Holly Pond, and that shower is diminished now. That's moved up into Marshall County. But again, that's a great look from a drone of that shower coming through Cullman County earlier today. So let's go back to the radar. And again, we stress we have a PDS tornado watch. That means particularly dangerous situation until 11 o'clock tonight for basically everybody watching us on television. All the counties here in yellow, that's basically our entire viewing area. Within the next 60 to 90 minutes, we'll likely see rapid storm initiation. Any storm that goes up could produce hail, a tornado, strong straight line winds. A lot to talk about. Much more weather coming up on ABC 3340 News at 5 o'clock. That starts now.
ABC 3340 News starts now with a severe weather alert.
Right now at 5, a tornado watch up until 11 o'clock for much of central Alabama. I'm Brenda LeDunn.
And I'm Pam Huff. All modes of severe weather are possible tonight, including a few strong tornadoes. Now, we want to get right to Chief Meteorologist James Spann with the very latest about what this evening could hold. James?
Right. The Weather Service in Huntsville has now gone tornado warning on this storm that is up here in northwest Alabama. This is Colbert County, this is Franklin County, and this is a tornado warning in effect. This storm will be passing fairly close to Russellville. These storms have had a history of turning a little to the right of the mean flow, so instead of moving northeast, they tend to be moving a little more due east. Now, this is up in the Huntsville television market, so we will not go wall-to-wall weather for this. This will be covered by our friends up in Huntsville. We do know many of you in Franklin County do watch, so again, we just wanted to let you know that that storm in Marion County looks fairly dangerous at this point, Charles. And again, this thing, to my knowledge, has not produced any damage in Mississippi that we know of.
Not that we know of. It's had numerous warnings on it. We've seen it cycle several times. It's back into an upcycle now at this point, and we'll probably see that all the way across North Alabama. We'll see warnings on that several times. But again, you see the highlighted box there. So if you're in Red Bay to Russellville, you need to go ahead and seek shelter immediately for those that are watching us, those that watch us online. But certainly, definitely a very intense storm. We've seen golf ball sized hail out of that. We know that's been confirmed, but no confirmed damage as far as a tornado so far, which that's good news. But again, a good strong indication of rotation with this storm at this time. And that warning is until about 5:30, and that's going to last the duration. Most likely, they might even extend that a little bit further.
We've got a image just in. If we could take WEXO 5, this is an image of a wall cloud with that storm, Charles.
Wow.
A wall cloud and a tail cloud. Very, very impressive structure on this thing. And again, this thunderstorm is crossing over into Franklin County, and this was taken from Red Bay about 4 minutes ago. And I think that's one reason the Weather Service in Huntsville went with a tornado warning. That is a very well-defined wall cloud with a tail cloud that could drop a tornado at any time. So again, a tornado warning in effect now for parts of Franklin, Colbert counties in northwest Alabama. We'll have much more on the situation coming up shortly. Ladies, we'll kick it over to Pam and Brenda.
All right, James. The Weather Authority, of course, has crews scattered out across central Alabama ahead of this evening's severe storms.
And we want to begin with ABC 3340's Elizabeth Lane in Tuscaloosa County right now. Elizabeth, you spoke to parents picking their children up from school ahead of the severe weather.
Brenda, Pam, parents are telling me they're very happy with the school district's decision to go ahead, get ahead of this, and let students out of class early. So some schools, including University Middle and Elementary, let out as early as 11:30 this morning. Officials I've spoken to across the board agree. They're saying the key to successfully preparing for these severe weather events on all fronts is being as flexible and adaptable as possible, and that's what they're trying to do. Most people tell me they plan to shelter in place, but mainly that it's a waiting game until the storm moves in tonight. They don't know because their plan could change at any moment.
We'll probably just go to the house and let them play until the weather gets bad, and then we'll seek, we have a place where we can go for shelter if it gets really bad. But other than that, just play some games, do whatever.
City officials are considering extending Tuscaloosa 311 hours past 7 o'clock tonight. That decision should be made soon.
All right, Elizabeth, before you go, let me just ask you a quick question about the current conditions that you are experiencing outside right now. A lot of sunshine earlier today. Has any of that changed over in Tuscaloosa?
Pam, it seems to be changing by the moment. We did see a lot of sunshine throughout the day, even just a few moments ago. Bits of patchy, overcast skies here. It seems like we're starting to get more toward that, and the wind is picking up as well. For now, live in Tuscaloosa, I'm Elizabeth Lane, ABC 3340 News.
A lot of districts also canceled classes or dismissed early today, keeping school buses off the roads. Now, a lot of colleges also have canceled classes and events for tonight as well. Some school districts decided as early as Sunday afternoon it would be too great a risk to keep students for a full day. Now, many, like some of these students at Minor Community School, dismissed by noon. ABC 3340's Lauren Walsh continues our live team coverage in Walker County.
Lauren, Walker County certainly is no stranger to everything that is going on today. They've seen it in the past. Strong storms have hit that area. It appears, though, that people are paying attention, at least, to this evening's threat.
Pam, people here in Walker County definitely paying close attention. We're in the town square where, you know, it's usually really busy, especially during weekdays. And you can see a lot of the businesses here have actually closed. Not a lot of people out right now. Clint can show you just how barren a lot of the streets are, as a lot of the doors are locked here in the Central Business District. But a lot of people, like you said, paying close attention. We saw a woman with a weather radio. She was working to tune it in. And we saw other people who tell us they're just waiting to watch TV. It's a wait and see approach here in Jasper as everyone's waiting to see how Walker County is affected by the storm. There are 17 tornado shelters in Walker County, some of them on standby, some of them already open if people need to go to them. We know the Saragusa fire stations 1 and 2 are already open for shelters. The Tutwiler fire station in Oakman also now open. Cordova has 2 shelters open, Cordova High School and Mount Zion Church. And a reminder that all of the shelters, the 17 here in Walker County, will all be open if there is a warning in effect. Now, the Walker County EMA is at the courthouse, which is right behind where I'm standing now. They tell me they've got all of their resources on standby if anything should happen here in Walker County. But for now, we've been in touch with the sheriff's office, several police departments here in Walker County, and everyone is on standby to see what is needed, and they encourage everybody to make sure you have a plan. We don't know exactly what will happen here, but they want you to make sure you have a plan. So if you need to see that list of the 17 tornado shelters here in Walker County, I do have it on my Twitter account right now at Lauren Walsh TV, and we have it on ABC3340.com as well. Pam.
All right, Lauren Walsh reporting live in Walker County. ABC 3340's live team coverage continues right now from Cullman County. Stephen Quinn is there. Stephen, some storms rolled through earlier, but apparently it has calmed down for now, correct?
That is correct. It is sunny right now with not many clouds inside, although obviously that story could change in the hours ahead. And here in Cullman County, all community shelters have been open. The doors literally open here at Sportsman's Lake Park to this. This is actually one of the largest shelters here in Cullman County. It can fit about 400 people inside. And as we mentioned, that door is open, and some people here have been very familiar not just with what has happened here, but in years past. That is why police are out here right now. They're guarding this spot and ready in case people need to come, and some aren't taking any chances. If you were with us at 4 o'clock, that's Amy Buse and her family. We just talked to them just a few minutes ago. Her family not taking any chances. I asked her why. She was there in Cullman in 2011 when those storms moved through. She said she didn't take the storm as seriously as she probably should have then, watched a neighbor's home get destroyed. She's now here waiting just in case those storms come, so her husband, and her 3 kids can be inside safe and sound if and when those storms come through. Live in Cullman County, Stephen Quinn, ABC 3340 News.
Thanks, Stephen. And ABC 3340's Patrick Thomas continues our live team coverage in Gadsden this evening. Patrick, despite clear skies, shelters across Etowah County are opening ahead of the storms, huh?
Yes, that's right, Brenda, and you can go to shelteretowah.com to find the nearest location to you. Just punch in your address and or zip code. For right now, all we have is that the tornado watch is going to be in effect until 11 p.m. It's sort of a wait-and-see game. We're watching closely to see when and where this weather hits. There have been some local closures. We're at the Gadsden City Hall. You see a few cars passing by behind us. So far, it's been a little bit overcast, but no rain. And we do know that some folks are just sort of waiting to see what happens. But like I said, I want to reference that shelteretowah.com. That's what the Gadsden Etowah County Emergency Management Agency put me towards as far as finding a safe location. If you can't do that or won't do that, they do urge you to stay safe in place and be careful. So we'll keep you updated on the latest as soon as anything breaks here in Etowah County. Live in Northeast Alabama, Patrick Thomas, ABC 3340 News.
Our coverage of the severe weather threat unfolding across central Alabama is just getting started.
Chief Meteorologist James Spann is watching the radar closely. He's back with an update less than 15 minutes away. Nearly 20 years after an F5 tornado leveled parts of western Jefferson County, people living in Edgewater and McDonald Chapel still have no community storm shelters.
One woman, the woman you just saw there in the McDonald Chapel community, just took matters into her own hands, and she built her own shelter to keep her family and some of her neighbors safe. Now, this shelter that this woman built can fit up to 15 people. She says knowing others do not have this opportunity when storms hit just really bothers her.
Pastor in Edgewater, now he's pushing for his community. We don't have no one out here to help us. We just have to go for ourselves.
MAP tells ABC 3340 there are only 2 private shelter pits like hers in the area. She says she encourages people to invest in one until more community shelters can be made available.
ABC 3340 is always working for you. Right now on ABC3340.com, you can find a list of open community storm shelters throughout central Alabama. That list is also available on our free app. And taking a live look outside this evening, much of central Alabama is under a tornado watch through 11 o'clock tonight.
In less than 10 minutes, Chief Meteorologist James Spann back with the latest on the threat. You're watching ABC 3340, the Weather Authority.
We just got some new video in through the ABC 3340 app. This is video of hail coming down in the community of Delta in Clay County. Clay and Randolph counties were under a severe thunderstorm warning when this video was taken. Now, a reminder, when it is safe to do so, you can share your pictures and videos of the storms rolling through on our free ABC 3340 app. And ABC 3340 has crews all around the state covering the severe weather threat. We want to check in with ABC 3340's Jennifer Gonsolin right now in Leeds. And Jennifer, what can you tell us?
Yeah, so we have been in close contact with St. Clair County Emergency Management Agency officials throughout the day, and they tell us that their threat for severe weather will be strongest between the hours of 6 o'clock and 10 o'clock p.m. here tonight. At that time, they're expecting winds of up to 80 miles an hour. They're also expecting hail as large as this tennis ball right here. So just imagine something that large coming down on you. That's why emergency management officials are urging residents right now, go ahead of time and find your place, your safe shelter for tonight between the hours of 6 and 10. There is a comprehensive list of emergency shelters throughout St. Clair County that are open tonight. You can find that on their Facebook page. But right now, I want to show you guys the skies. It is obviously sunny outside right now, but you can also see some dark clouds up there just hovering over us. Right now, we are just off of the I-20 East exit here, one of the exits here in Leeds. And we want to just let you all know once again, they are expecting between the hours of 6 and 10 o'clock tonight to be their time of strongest severe weather activity. Reporting live here in Leeds, Jennifer Gonsolin, ABC 3340 News.
ABC 3340's Brian Pia continues our live team coverage from northern Jefferson County. Brian, you've been in Warrior all afternoon. What's happening where you are? Describe what the weather feels like where you are right now.
Well, Pam and Brenda, we're just off of Interstate 65 in Warrior. We're just across the interstate from the Hallmark Farm. That's a major landmark in this area. We are under a tornado watch right now, so the risk for severe weather is significant. Take a look at the sky. You can see that the sun is out. There's just a few clouds in the sky, nothing much, but this is the calm before the storm. First responders are on standby, and 2 storm shelters are open in Warrior just in case. Let's take that graphic. In the northern part of the city, the North Storm Shelter is at 309 Trafford Road. That holds about 300 people. In the southern part of the city, in the southern part of Warrior, the South Storm Shelter is at 140 Cane Creek Road, and that holds about 100 people. No significant weather issues now, but this weather can change fast, and we are standing by here. We will keep you posted with any new developments. Live in Warrior, Brian Villa, ABC 3340 News.
And Chief Meteorologist James Spann, of course, has been monitoring this, actually not just today, but for days, warning that this could potentially be one of those evenings that we have a real severe weather threat.
And James, this continues to look like it could be a dangerous weather system for much of Alabama.
This is a particularly dangerous situation. This is a PDS tornado watch. And again, this is the storm of concern a little out of our viewing area. This is up in the northwestern part of the state. This is a tornado warning affecting parts of Franklin and Colbert counties. Want to go to John Brownstream. John is on WEX 07. John has been with us for years and years and years. John is approaching this storm from the southeast. And again, this is not John Brown. John is on WEX 07, and I know it's going to be a little confusing for our directors, but if you can just follow the source. WEX 07 will be John Brown, and if we don't have John, we can go to the other stream. There we go. Thank you. This is John Brown's stream, and I wanted to start with his stream. This is John coming into the Russellville area from the southeast. He's coming up on U.S. Highway 43. This tornadic storm will be crossing U.S. 43 soon. And understand, these are trained spotters. John is the best in the business. He's been out there for years and years. He will not put himself in a position to where it's going to be dangerous for him, but yet at the same time, he wants to put himself in a position so we can show this live on television. Now, let's go to our LSM view, and this is going to be another one of the chasers coming from Live Storm Media that is basically in the core of this thing. And you can't see very much of this, but again, he is punching the core, if you will. This is a very dangerous storm that is in the western part of Franklin County and the western part of Colbert County. This is about to cross U.S. Highway 43, and we encourage nobody to be driving along U.S. 43 coming out of Marion County up through Franklin and Colbert counties, because that storm is showing very violent rotation. It's going to be passing probably a smidgen north of Russellville. Russellville is the largest town in the county of Franklin up in northwest Alabama, and it looks like from the radar data, the circulation is going to be crossing a little north of Russellville, maybe around Littleville. So again, this is up in the Huntsville television market. The reason we're not on the air wall to wall, it belongs to them. This is their county, but yet at the same time, we know a lot of people indeed watch us up in this part of the state. So again, this is coming from Live Storm Media. Let's go back to John Brownstream quickly on WEX 07. And again, John is going to be probably in a better position to see the base of this cloud right here. And if there's something down, more than likely we're going to see that in just a matter of a few moments. If we have time, I wanted to show a couple of images very quickly. This is what the wall cloud looks like on this storm. Let's go back to WEX 05. And on WEX 05, we have an image of a wall cloud. And again, this is what it looked like a little earlier. That's the wall cloud. That's a tail cloud. This is a very dangerous storm. This was taken from Red Bay about 15 minutes ago. These images just in from other chasers. We got a lot of chasers here in the southeastern states because of this outbreak. That's the wall cloud on the same storm, and that's the storm that's about to cross over U.S. Highway 43. Let's go back to radar, and let me show you what this looks like. And again, this is the one storm in the state with a tornado warning. Russellville is right here. Littleville is right here. And again, the best wind velocity is a little north of Russellville, but clearly anybody in Franklin County from Phil Campbell all the way up here to the Shoals ought to be in a safe place right now, and nobody should be driving along US 43 because that storm is extremely dangerous. We've got much more weather to talk about. More news coming up as ABC 3340 News at 5 o'clock continues.
Now, the ABC 3340 Sports Desk with Jeff Spiegel.
Sunday afternoon, there were 20-something teams still playing the NCAA tournament, and Auburn was one of them. This is where we won our basketball program. I have no seniors. No seniors. We're the second youngest team in the SEC behind Kentucky.
Bruce Pearl sees a bright future for Auburn no matter what happened Sunday night against Clemson. Everyone should be back on a team that won 26 games. Alabama spring football practice starts tomorrow. Here's how Jerry Jeudy was getting ready on spring break, doing some pre-spring practice running routes in the sand. Anyone who's ever ran on the beach knows it's tougher than running on grass. Auburn's back at practice this week. Sunday, Gus Malzahn and wife Christy were busy being grandparents. They welcomed their first grandchild into the world. Anderson James Peak born Sunday at 4 a.m. Proud parents, Gus's daughter Kylie and her husband Colin. Everyone's known for years the fishing is good in Coleman. We've got Smith Lake for crying out loud, but there's good fishermen in Coleman too. For the second year in a row, the best angler in the world is Jordan Lee. The former Auburn Tiger has now won back-to-back Bassmaster Classics. His 3-day total catch, 47 pounds, 1 ounce. His $300,000 check for winning puts him over $1 million in career earnings. Good to have IndyCar driver Scott Dixon visit us today. Dixon is in town getting ready for a testing day Tuesday at Barber. The Honda Indy Grand Prix of Alabama is April 22nd. Dixon has finished second in that race 5 times. Last year, Joseph Newgarden beat him out.
It's a great facility to go to. The track is amazing, and you know the IndyCar race itself puts on a fantastic show. But yeah, we've still got to try and make up that one spot, and hopefully this will be the year. And let's go back to the desk, and Pam and Brenda.
All right, Jeff, we do want to tell everyone that the University of Alabama will be suspending normal operations from 6:30 this evening until midnight, obviously because of the threat of severe weather.
And right now, let's go back to James for a check on the weather. James.
We've got a possible tornado near Russellville. There's the storm on radar. I want to go to WEX 07. This is John Brown's live stream. John is on US 43 looking right into this storm. WEX 07, this is actually not WEX 07. That's the LSM guys. We can go to WEX 07. That's WEX 05. We need WEX 07. Okay, thank you. This is the storm right here. And again, John is on US 43 looking right back into this wall cloud back in here. And there could be a tornado down in this region right now. So again, this is a very dangerous storm with a possible tornado near the community of Russellville and Littleville along US Highway 43 in Franklin County. And again, this is moving on to the east. The Weather Service continues to issue tornado warnings for areas downstream. We have tornado warnings in effect now for Colbert and parts of Lawrence counties. Basically, everybody from Russellville over to Moulton should be in a safe place. Now, these areas are up in the Tennessee Valley. They are not in the Birmingham television market. They're in the Huntsville television market, yet we know a lot of people watch this. So again, you're looking live at an extremely dangerous thunderstorm with a possible tornado that's located near Russellville in Franklin County in northwest Alabama moving east. If you know of anybody that happens to be in that region, be sure and call them or text them and let them know this is a very dangerous storm. And again, John is going to get a smidgen closer here. The one thing about this